Welcome to the Lit Baron of Life and Art YouTube channel. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, which is long past, we're going to be reading the Song of Songs of Solomon. A bride sings of her lover, the Song of Songs of Solomon. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. Your ointments have a pleasing fragrance. Your name is poured out like perfume. No wonder maidens love you. Chorus, daughters of Zion, draw me after you, let us run. The king has brought me into his chambers. Let us rejoice and be glad in you. Let us extol your love more than wine. Rightly do they love you. The bride, I am black but beautiful, O daughters of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar, the curtains of Solomon. Do not gaze at me because I am dark, because the sun has looked on me. My mother's sons were angry with me and made me keeper of the vineyards. My very own vineyard I have not kept. Tell me, the one my soul loves, where you graze your flock, where you make it lie down at noon. Why should I be as one veiled beside the flocks of your companions? The lover and the bride express affection. If you yourself do not know, O most beautiful among women, go out yourself in the footsteps of the flock, and graze your kids by the shepherd's tents. I compare you, my darling, to my mare among Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with strings of beads. Ornaments of gold we will make for you with spangles of silver, while the king is on his couch. My nard spreads its fragrance. My love is my pouch of myrrh, passing the night between my breasts. My love is to me a spray of henna, blooms in the vineyards of En-Gedi. How lovely you are, my darling, how lovely. Your eyes are doves. How handsome you are, my lover. Oh, so delightful. Yes, our couch is luxuriant. The beams of our houses are cedar trees. Our panels are cypress trees. I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys, like a lily among thorns. So is my darling among the daughters. Like an apple tree among the trees of the forest, so is my lover among the sons. In his shadow I delighted to sit, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He has brought me to the banquet house, and his banner over me is love. Sustain me with the raisin cakes, refresh me with apples, for I am weak with love. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand embraces me. Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you by the gazelles and does of the field, do not arouse or waken love until it delights. The voice of my lover, behold, he is coming, leaping over the mountains, springing over the hills. My lover is like a gazelle or a young buck among the stags. Look, he is standing behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattice. In response, my lover said to me, get up, my darling, my pretty one, and come, come. Behold, the winter has passed, the rain is over, it is gone. Blossoms appear in the land. The time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. The fig tree ripens its early figs. The blossoming vines give off their fragrance. Arise, come, my darling, my pretty one, and come, come. My dove, in the clefts of the rock, in a secret place among the steep path, let me see your form, let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet and your form is lovely. Catch the foxes for us, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, for our vineyards are in blossom. The bride's revelry. My lover is mine, and I am his. He gazes his flocks among the lilies, until the day cools and the shadows flee away. Turn about, my lover, like a gazelle, or like a stag upon the mountains. of spices. On my bed in the night I longed for the one my soul loves. I looked for him but did not find him. I will get up and go about the city, into the streets and into the squares. I must seek the one my soul loves. I looked for him but did not find him. The guards patrolling the city found me. Have you seen the one my soul loves? Hardly had I passed beyond them when I found the one my soul loves. I held him, and I would not let him go, until I brought him to my mother's house, to the chamber of her who conceived me, daughters of Jerusalem. I charge you by the gazelles and does of the field, do not arouse or waken love until it delights. The king on his wedding day. Who is this, she who is coming up from the wilderness like columns of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with every powder of the merchant? Behold, it is Solomon's traveling coach. Around it are 60 warriors from the warriors of Israel. All of them wield a sword, experts in war, each man with his sword on his thighs against terrors of the night. King Solomon has made for himself a carriage from the trees of Lebanon. He made it, its posts of silver, its back of gold, its seats of purple cloth, its interior fitted out with love by the daughters of Jerusalem. Go out, daughters of Zion, and gaze upon King Solomon, with a wreath his mother placed on him, the day of his marriage and on the day of his heart's joy. The king delights in his bride. How lovely you are, my darling, how lovely. Your eyes are doves behind your veil. Your hair is like a flock of ewed goats descending down from Mount Gilead. Your teeth are like a flock of shorn ewes coming from washing. Each of them has a twin, and none among them is missing. Your lips are like a scarlet thread, and your speech is lovely. Your temple is like a slice of pomegranate behind your veil. Like the Tower of David is your neck, built for weapons. 1,000 shields are hung on it, all shields of warriors. Your 2 breasts are like fawns, like twin gazelles grazing among the lilies. Until the day cools and the shadows flee away, I will go to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of frankincense. You are altogether lovely, my darling, and no blemish is in you. Come with me from Lebanon, my bride. Come with me from Lebanon. Watch from the top Amana, from the top of Senir, even Hermon, from lions' dens, from mountains of leopards. You have captivated my heart, my sister, my bride. You have captivated me. With one of your eyes, with one jewel from your necklace. How delightful is your love, my sister, my bride. How much better is your love than wine, and the fragrance of your oils better than all spices. Your lips, my bride, drip honey from the honeycomb. Honey and milk are under your tongue. The scent of your garments is like an aroma of Lebanon. A locked garden is my sister, my bride, an enclosed spring, a sealed fountain. Your shoots are an orchard of pomegranates with choice fruit, henna with nard and saffron, calamus and cinnamon, with all the trees of frankincense, myrrh, and aloes, along with all the finest spices, a garden spring, a well of living water and flowing streams from Lebanon. Awake, north wind, and come, south wind, blow on my garden, let its fragrance spread out. Let my lover come into his garden and eat his choicest fruit. Awake and waiting, I have come into my garden, my sister, my bride. I have gathered my myrrh and my spice. I have eaten my honeycomb with my honey. I have drunk my wine with my milk. Eat, O friends, drink, yes, drink your fill, O lovers. I sleep, but my heart is awake. A voice, my lover is knocking. Open to me, my sister, my darling, my dove, my perfect one, for my head is drenched with dew, my locks with dewdrops of night. I have stripped off my coat. How can I put it on again? I have washed my feet. How can I soil them? My lover extends his hand through the opening. My heart yearned for him. I rose to open for my lover. My hands dripped with myrrh. Yes, my fingers flowing with myrrh on the handles of the lock. I opened to my lover, but my lover had departed. He was gone. My soul went out to him when he spoke. I searched for him, but did not find him. I called him, but he did not answer me. The guards making rounds in the city found me. They beat me. They bruised me. The guards on the walls took my veil from me. The daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, if you should find my lover, what will you tell him? That I am sick from love? How is your lover different from other lovers? O most beautiful among women, how is your lover different from other lovers that you charge us so? My lover is dazzling and ruddy, standing out among 10,000. His head is purest gold, his hair is wavy, black as a raven. His eyes are like doves beside streams of water, washed with milk, mounted in their setting. His cheeks are like the bed of spice, towers of sweet-scented perfume. His lips are lilies, dripping with liquid myrrh. His hands are rods of gold, sent with jasper. His abdomen is carved ivory, inlaid with sapphires. His legs are pillars of alabaster, set on bases of pure gold. His appearance is like Lebanon, excellent like cedars. His mouth is sweetness. Yes, he is totally desirable. This is my lover. Yes, this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. Where has your lover gone, most beautiful among women? Where has your lover turned, so we may seek him with you? My lover went down to his garden, to the beds of balsam, to graze his flocks in the gardens and to gather lilies. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. He browses among the lilies, acclaiming the bride's beauty. You are beautiful, my darling, like Tirzah, lovely as Jerusalem, awesome as an army with banners. Turn your eyes away from me, for they overwhelm me. Your hair is like a flock of ewe goats descending down from Gilead. Your teeth are like flock of ewes that have come up from the washing. Each of them has a twin, and none among them is missing. Your temple is like a slice of pomegranate behind your veil. There are 60 queens, 80 concubines, and young women beyond number. Yet my dove, my perfect one, is unique. She is her mother's only one, a virtuous child of one who bore her. Maidens saw her and called her blessed. O queens and concubines praised her. Who is this that appears like dawn, as beautiful as the moon, bright as the sun, awesome as an army with banners? I went down into the garden of the nut trees to look at the fruit of the valley, to see if the vine had budded or the pomegranates had bloomed. Before I was aware, my soul set me among the chariots of my princely people. Come back, O Shulamite, come back, that we may look upon you. Why do you gaze at the Shulamite like the dance of the Mahanaim? How lovely are your sandaled feet, O nobleman's daughter. The curves of your thighs are like jewels, the work of a craftsman's hand. Your navel is around a goblet, may it not lack mixed wine. Your belly is a heap of wheat enclosed with lilies. Your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your head are pools in Heshbon near the gate of Bath Rabbim. Your nose is like the tower of Lebanon, overlooking Damascus. Your head crowns you like Carmel, and the hair of your head like purple. The king is captivated in its tresses. How beautiful and how pleasing you are, O love, with your delights. Your stature is like a date palm, and your breasts like its clusters. I said, I will climb the date palm and take hold of its fruit. May your breasts be like clusters of the vine, the fragrance of your breath like apple, the bride's appeal. May your mouth be like the best wine, going down smoothly for my beloved, causing the lips of sleepers to speak. I am my lover's, and his desire is for me. Come, my beloved, let us go out into the field. Let us spend the night in the villages. Let us go out early to the vineyards. Let us see if the vine has budded, if their blossoms have opened, and if the pomegranates have bloomed. There I will go, you, my love. The mandrakes have given off fragrance, and over our door is every choice fruit, both new and old, that I have stored up for you, my lover. Oh, that you were like a brother to me, who nursed on my mother's breast. If I found you outside, I would kiss you, and no one would despise me. I would lead you and bring you into my mother's house. She who has taught me. I would give you spiced wine to drink from the nectar of my pomegranate. Oh, that his left hand were under my head, and his right hand embrace me. I charge you, daughters of Jerusalem, do not arouse or awaken love until it so delights. Protect love. Who is this coming up from the wilderness, leaning on her lover? Under the apple tree I roused you. There your mother travailed with you. There she who was in labor gave you birth. Set me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm. For love is as strong as death, jealousy as cruel as Sheol. Its flames are bolts of fire, the flame of Adonai. Many waters cannot quench love, nor rivers wash it away. If one gave all the wealth of his house for love, it would be utterly despised. We have a little sister still without breasts. What shall we do for our sister on the day when she is spoken for? If she is a wall, we will build her on a turret of silver. If she is a door, we will fence her in with a cedar plank. I am a wall, and my breasts like towers. Thus I have become in his eyes as one bringing shalom. Solomon had a vineyard at Baal-Hamon. He entrusted the vineyard to the caretakers. Each was to bring for his fruit 1,000 pieces of silver. My very own vineyard is before me. The 1,000 are for you, Solomon, and 200 for those who tend the fruit. You who abide in the garden, friends, are listening for your voice. Let me hear it. Come quickly, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or a young stag on the mountains of spices. And that concludes reading Song of Songs of Solomon from the TLV version. If you're confused by any of that I just read, or you want to learn more, check my show notes and my description, and you'll find some resources on how to better understand that, because that was pretty strange, wouldn't you agree? Then again, the Bible is pretty strange, so yeah. But on a potentially less strange note, the fortune cookie of today is your many hidden talents will become obvious to those around you. And also, today's national day is National Tortilla Chip Day, so celebrate with a tortilla chip. Maybe some salsa, maybe some queso, whatever floats your boat. And the deep question of today is, what's your philosophy in life? Pretty simple. It comes from thoughtcatalog.com. Not sure how I'd answer it specifically, but probably have something to do with the Bible, I'd assume. So, just loving your neighbor, loving God, and I mean, do I follow it as much as I want to? Maybe not, but I want to. So, yeah.